Welcome to Oslo, Norway. Known for its stunning landscapes and high quality of life, Oslo is a magnificent place to call home. However, like many other places around the world, Norway has experienced some inflation recently. Prices have risen, making it a bit more expensive to live here than before. But don't worry, life here remains vibrant, and with a little planning, you can enjoy all it has to offer without breaking the bank. Let's take a look at the costs of living in this beautiful city. Finding a place to live is one of the bigger parts of your budget. Oslo offers a variety of living options. Whether you enjoy being in the heart of the city or prefer a quieter lifestyle on the outskirts. If you're looking to rent a studio apartment in the city center, you're looking at an average cost of around 12,000 Norwegian kroner per month. The city center is bustling with life, filled with cafes, shops, and cultural venues, making it a great choice for those who love being in the middle of the action. If you'd prefer to live a bit further, the outskirts of Oslo offer more peaceful living at a more affordable rate. Renting a studio on the outskirts will cost you around 9,000 kroner per month, and you'll still have easy access to the city's excellent public transport system. This makes commuting or visiting the city center convenient, while also enjoying a calmer living environment. For those needing more space, especially if you're living with family or roommates, a two-bedroom apartment might be more suitable. Renting a two-bedroom apartment in the city center averages around 22,000 kroner per month, giving you more room and the advantage of being close to everything Oslo has to offer. However, a two-bedroom apartment in the outskirts is a great alternative with an average rent of about 18,000 per month. The outer neighborhoods often offer more green spaces and a quieter lifestyle, which is perfect for families or those who enjoy a slower pace. It's also important to keep in mind that most rentals in Oslo require a 3-month deposit up front. This is a standard practice in Norway and ensures the property owner has some security. So, for example, if your rent is 12,000 NOK per month for a studio in the city center, you'll need to pay a deposit of 36,000 in addition to the first month's rent. Although it might seem like a lot at first, but this deposit is fully refundable when you move out. For those thinking about buying rather than renting, the property market in Oslo is competitive. The average price per square meter is around 90,000 Norwegian kroner, which can vary based on the neighborhood. For a typical 50 square meter apartment, you'd be looking at about 4.5 million kroner. While buying is a significant investment, property values in Oslo have remained strong over time, making it a solid option for long-term residents. Whether you're renting or buying, with careful planning, you'll be able to find here the perfect place to call home. Once you've secured your apartment, it's time to budget for utilities, which are generally straightforward and affordable. For a medium-sized apartment, the average monthly costs for electricity, water, and heating come to around 1,500 kroner. Staying connected with high-speed internet will cost about 500 per month, and if you want a TV package, that's an additional 300. Your mobile phone plan is another easy-to-plan expense, averaging around 300 per month for a standard package with data. With these manageable costs, you'll have everything you need to stay comfortable and connected in your new home. Let's move on to groceries, an essential part of everyday life. Fortunately, while prices can be a bit higher in Oslo compared to some other places in Europe, they are quite predictable. And with smart shopping, you can keep things manageable. Here's a snapshot of what you can expect to pay for some basic items. A liter of milk costs around 22 Norwegian kroner, a loaf of bread is about 40 kroner, and a dozen eggs will set you back around 40 NOK. Chicken breast averages 160 per kilogram, while cheese costs roughly 90 per kilogram. Fruits like apples and bananas typically range between 20 to 30 kroner per kilogram, and fresh tomatoes are about 45 per kilogram. For those who enjoy a cold beer, a local beer is priced at around 35 kroner per bottle. With these numbers in mind, a single person can expect to spend about 4,000 to 5,000 kroner per month on groceries, while a family of 3 will likely budget around $9,000 to $12,000 per month for groceries. Planning your grocery list wisely helps you manage these costs while enjoying fresh, local ingredients. Eating out is a big part of Oslo's vibrant culture, and while it can be a bit pricey, the quality and variety of food make it worth the experience. For example, a cup of coffee will cost you around 40 NOK, and if you want a croissant to go with it, that's around 100 in total. If you're craving something more filling, a hamburger typically costs 180, while a kebab goes for around 120 kroner. Fancy a pizza? That'll set you back around 230. And if you're heading out for a full dinner, expect to pay around 400 per person. As for drinks, a glass of wine averages 100, and a beer is usually around 110 NOK. If you enjoy eating out regularly, your monthly dining expenses could range anywhere from 2,500 to 5,000 NOK, depending on your habits and where you choose to dine. Now let's talk about getting around a city known for its excellent public transportation system. A monthly pass costs 897 kroner, giving you unlimited access to buses, trams, trains, ferries, and the metro, making it an affordable and convenient way to travel across the city. If you choose to own a car, there are additional costs to keep in mind. Car insurance and road tax together typically average around 1,600 kroner per month. Petrol prices are around 21 kroner per liter, which is something to consider if you drive often. The city also has a high number of automatic toll stations, and if you regularly drive through them, you can expect to pay about 1,500 to 3,000 per month. It is also worth mentioning that the cost of parking is significantly high, and in the city center can easily reach 86 kroner per hour. Education in Oslo is free, as public schools don't charge tuition. However, if you have young children in need of daycare, the cost is around 3,000 Norwegian kroner per month for a full-time spot in a government-subsidized daycare. This makes it easier for families to find quality care while enjoying the benefits of the excellent education system. Healthcare costs. Norway's public healthcare system is largely subsidized, making it accessible to everyone. A visit to your general practitioner typically costs around 200 kroner, while seeing a specialist may set you back about 400. One of the great benefits is that once you reach an annual threshold of 2,460 kroner, any additional visits, medicines, and treatments for the rest of the year become free, ensuring you can prioritize your health without any stress. Leisure and other expenses. There are a lot of different activities in Oslo, and everybody can find something that suits them. To give an example, you can expect to pay around 600 per month for a gym membership, which gives you access to a range of fitness options, with some of them available 24/7. If you're looking for a fresh look, a haircut typically costs about 500. For families, music classes or swimming lessons for kids will generally cost around 1,000 kroner per month, providing great opportunities for your little ones to learn new skills and have fun. Now, let's summarize all these costs to give you an estimated monthly budget. For a single person, the estimated expenses include 9,000 kroner for the rent of a studio on the outskirts, 1,500 for utilities and internet, 4,000 for groceries, 2,500 for eating out, and 900 for transportation. This brings the total monthly budget for a single person to approximately 17,900 Norwegian kroner. For a family of 3, the estimated costs are a bit higher. Rent for a 2-bedroom apartment on the outskirts is around 18,000 kroner. Utilities and internet add up to 3,000. Groceries will cost about 10,000. Eating out can be around 5,000, and transportation is estimated at 2,400. Additionally, if your child needs to use a daycare, you have to add around 3,000 kroner monthly, resulting in a total monthly budget of approximately 41,400 kroner for the family. These estimates provide a helpful overview to plan your budget successfully for life in Oslo. Even though the cost of living may seem high, The good news is that salaries in Oslo are designed to cover these expenses. With a regular job, you can enjoy a comfortable lifestyle without constantly worrying about your budget. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this video gave you a clear picture of the costs of living in Oslo. If you're curious about salaries in Norway and how they match up with these expenses, be sure to check out our next video. See you there.